Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Armendariz, and today I'm going to be talking about one of Colorado Springs' most desirable neighborhoods, and that is the Broadmoor. Now, if you do have any questions over anything that I mentioned here today, please feel free to reach out to me. I am a licensed broker here in the state of Colorado, and I'd love to help you with any of your real estate needs or just answer any questions that you have about living here in Colorado Springs. So let's get into why you might want to live in the Broadmoor. So to begin, the Broadmoor community is located on the southwest side of Colorado Springs. It sits right at the base of Cheyenne Mountain. The Broadmoor neighborhood itself kind of goes south along the Cheyenne Mountain area. It kind of starts around Academy and Lake and follows along Highway 115 right till you get about Fort Carson. A lot of the community actually goes up onto the mountain, and so you're just going to have a lot of great views because you're actually in the mountain, and also a lot of those homes overlook the city. So one thing that you should know about the Broadmoor neighborhood is that the heart of it actually is the Broadmoor Resort. If you have never heard of the Broadmoor Resort, well, let me tell you, it's a 5-star everything, 5 diamond, tennis courts, pool, golf courses, restaurants. It has about 9 restaurants inside. It sits on 3,000 acres right at the base of the Cheyenne Mountain area also. So that's kind of where the heart of the community, I feel like, reflects. The Broadmoor was built in 1918, and it definitely still has a very older luxury charm to it. The interior is very beautiful, but also kind of, in my opinion, gives off that old money feel. It's kind of purposely outdated, but still very, very elegant. And the rest of the Broadmoor neighborhood, which is the majority residential area, kind of reflects, in my opinion, that feel of the Broadmoor itself. A lot of the homes, almost all the homes in the Broadmoor area, are going to be custom built. They're going to be just a variety of homes from the 70s, 80s, 90s. Even now, there are still empty lots that you can purchase here in the Broadmoor area and build on. But even these custom homes that just range in a unique style of, European, modern, log homes. I mean, just people really get creative with the custom homes that they do build here in the Broadmoor area. With that being said, we do have a few townhomes, and those are actually going to be part of the Broadmoor Resort themselves. Those are Broadmoor properties. They kind of sit either across the street from the Broadmoor, or they're actually attached on the west wing. And those are also very, very luxurious. You can reach out to the Broadmoor yourself and get more information on that. There are a lot of qualifying properties that sit in the Broadmoor that when you do purchase, you have the opportunity to apply for a Broadmoor membership. And I believe that's actually $80,000 a year, but you have full access to their three championship golf courses, their pool. They have multiple pools. They have, like I said, 9 restaurants, great amenities. That's actually one of the things that the Broadmoor Resort is known for, is just being on top of their customer service and just amenities in general. So the Broadmoor neighborhood itself can range in home prices between $500,000 to $8 million. And right now the average home price is $1.2 million. So that kind of just gives you an idea of the kind of custom homes that we're seeing here in the Broadmoor. I would say that like $500,000, $600,000 price point are going to be older bungalow homes that have probably just been redone by someone. But then everything else for the most part is large custom built homes that sit on the mountains and do have great views, and they have large lots and a lot of forest surrounding their properties, and just a really beautiful community. Since it is mostly residential, you're going to be about 10 minutes from the closest shopping center, and there are 3. Like I said, the Broadmoor neighborhood, since it kind of flows south down Cheyenne Mountain, you're going to have access to the Broadmoor Town Center. You're going to have access to just another shopping center with gas stations and a King Soopers and some other little retail kind of off of Star Ranch. And then you're going to have on the far south end, kind of closer to Fort Carson actually base, you're going to have just another small kind of shopping center with grocery stores and retail and banks and what have you. So you do have kind of 3 different shopping areas to get to, but you do probably have to come down the mountain, down out of the community to get to those shopping centers. And I'm going to say no matter where you live within the Broadmoor, you're probably going to be about 10 minutes from those shopping centers. You're going to be about 17 minutes from Fort Carson Army Base. Probably they have several entrances to the base, but the closest base that is off of 115 and Academy, that does actually just sit right across the street from the Broadmoor Bluffs. You're going to be 5 minutes away if you live in the Bluffs area. If you live in Old Broadmoor, which is kind of sits in front of the Broadmoor itself, you're also going to be about 10 minutes to the base entrance. You're going to be about 15 minutes from downtown. And again, mostly like I said, this commute is going to be you coming down the mountain out of the community so that you can jump on either Highway 115, which turns into Nevada, which just hits you right downtown, or you're going to go down the main drag, which is Lake. So even though the Broadmoor neighborhood is mostly residential, you have a few small parks within the neighborhood itself, but not a whole lot. I mean, more so I see families that go down the mountain and they do hang out at the parks near the schools. The Broadmoor neighborhood sits in School District 12, so you're going to have Cheyenne Mountain High School, Cheyenne Mountain Middle School, I believe Cheyenne Mountain Elementary School. District 12 is actually a really desirable district here in town. They have the best athletes, the best academic scores, the highest graduation rate. It's a little cliquey, but you know, that's what you get when you send your kids to like one of the best districts here in town. Another really interesting thing about the Broadmoor neighborhood, not only does it sit behind the Broadmoor Resort, it also kind of sits around surrounding attractions that we have here in town. Some very, very popular tourist attractions and just attractions for the native Colorado Springs resident. We have the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, which is a beautiful, huge zoo that actually sits on Cheyenne Mountain itself also. They have amazing, amazing facilities for the giraffes and the elephants and the orangutans. All of these exhibits actually are really cool, not only to see the animals, but they sit on the edge of the mountain, so their areas overlook the city and taking pictures of not only the animals, but the great city views. And I will say that one thing that is kind of interesting about the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, since it does sit on the edge of Cheyenne Mountain, there is an 8% increase. I give props to all the moms out there who take their kids to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, because pushing a stroller up, the zoo is pushing it up a mountain. There is an 8% grade increase. So if you have a problem with elevation, I would definitely hydrate a lot, hydrate in general if you're living here in Colorado Springs. But if you're gonna spend a day at the zoo, get some good walking shoes, definitely hydrate, because it is a hike since that zoo is on the side of a mountain. The Broadmoor area also has the Seven Falls attraction, which kind of sits kind of hidden back behind the Broadmoor area, but you could easily book a tour through the Seven Falls website itself or through the Broadmoor, and that is just 7 waterfalls on top of each other. They kind of come down out of the mountain, and during the evening time, they have evening tours where each section of the waterfall kind of lights up so you can see where the different waterfalls kind of meet. It's pretty cool. It's been around for a long time, and at the base of the Seven Falls, they do have a new restaurant there. So definitely check that out. And then also, just because of the Broadmoor's awesome location, you have a ton of hiking trails. You have Helen Hunt Fall, you have the North Cheyenne Park and all their trailheads and what have you. They have a Discovery Center there. So not only is it huge, residential, very desired, great school district, beautiful custom homes. It has just a lot of touristy things to do. So Broadmoor neighborhood, like I said, very desirable here. Sits right behind the Broadmoor Resort. If you've never been there, I definitely would check out the Broadmoor Resort all by itself. It just has a lot of amenities. It has its own little like kind of shopping city. Tons of things to do inside. And again, if you are a resident, if you do buy, you do have the opportunity to apply, become a member of the Broadmoor and take advantage of all their amenities whenever you want. Well, there you go, guys. That is the gist about the Broadmoor neighborhood here in Colorado Springs. So if you have any questions over anything that I mentioned here today, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you again with any of your real estate needs or answer more questions, more in-depth questions about living here and buying here in the Broadmoor. So if you haven't already though, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to get notified when I do new videos every week about different neighborhoods and everything that is living in Colorado Springs. And until next time, have a good one.